Yeah, Mark.
Earlier before we left the station, Colonial Street, coming up on the left. That's where they're filming Ted. That's the neighborhood that Ted lives in now. Coming up on the left, we can't get it north. Also known as Wisteria Lane. Well, coming up on your left is a great photo op for you. The line of state signs are used to mark where Marty McFly lived in the Back to the Future trilogy. Starring Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, and Leah Thompson, and going to come back in April for Universal's Fan Fest nights. It's an all-new after-hours event that will immerse you in worlds of the best of fantasy, gaming, anime, cosplay, and sci-fi, including Back to the Future. To find out more about it, check out UniversalStudiosHollywood.com. By the way, Steven Spielberg was the executive producer for the Back to the Future trilogy, and he spent quite a bit of time at Universal Studios as a kid. He would take the tour with the Green Line bus tours, and he eventually got hired at Universal to work various different jobs, which eventually led to an opportunity to direct an episode of a show called Night Gallery back in 1968. That started his directorial career here at Universal Studios. Hey, look to your left. There's some future cars. George Lopez mentioned those earlier. These are the vehicles that you see in a movie or television show. It looks like everybody's trying to experience the most popular hotel in Hollywood, the Bates Motel. Well, Hitchcock's Thriller Psycho, starring Anthony Perkins, Janet Green, Vera Miles. You're about to see two of the oldest, most famous structures still standing in Hollywood. I get to bed and breakfast is to die for. Going to take you up for a closer look at the Bates Mansion. You may notice something about the house as we approach. It seems to be diminishing or getting smaller. That's because the house was built at 3/4 scale so that it would look like a large house in the distance when I was building one. It's an old camera trick called the forced perspective. You're probably wondering about those people standing under a replica of the Hollywood sign. They'll probably be out here joining you later on for the Halloween Horror Nights event. A separate event. Well, separate admission to there. And here we are at the Bates Mansion. And by the way, this is an empty shell. There's nothing in there. All the interiors are built like sound stages. That's called a shell, by the way. That's set. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the spectacular crash site from Steven Spielberg's War of the World, starring Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision of Steven.
We forget to sit down and talk about War of the World. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep your eyes on me. Eyes on me. Now listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Got them closed? Robbie, get in. Get in.
This area has been featured in a number of large-scale sets that include Whoville from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, starring Jim Carrey as the Grinch, Dracula, Academy winner Ron Howard. And speaking of Academy Award winners, we're heading into Jupiter's Claim, one of the sets built for the motion picture. Nope. Directed by Jordan Peele, and here to tell more about the sets is Mr. Jordan Peele.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Show. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one?
No.
No? Right. A little further down, you can see the brand new Stone Lasso experience, built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy, gold rush conversation lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of the continent. What's a bad miracle? You're going to find out. Welcome to the world of no.
Oh, this can't be good for you. Whatever you do, don't look up. Do not look up. If you look up, drop and give me $50. Yes, there's consequences. We're going to run up into a part of the back lot where we once had an attraction called the Doom Glacier Expedition, featured in an episode of the $6 million man starring Game Majors with Andre the Giant's Bigfoot. The tram would climb to an amazing elevation of 12,000 feet, and the only way to get back into the theme park was through the ice tunnel, when the slightest sound could cause an avalanche, and it always did, causing the walls to spin and the guests to tip it over the Hollywood special effects. No! Well, we come to the end of the tour. On our way back with keyboard socks on, Wizarding World of Barbecue. Hang on a second. I was trying to interrupt my signal. Who is this?
His name is Roman
A
Pierce.
street racer.
Nice to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you Sean for a while. Brought you in our secret spot.
Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you. To keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here. So put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone will give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay. We'll meet you.
Well, it looks like we're hanging out with these two in their secret spot. I'm up for that. I just got a message from dispatch. We have a guest aboard this tram who's witnessed something perpetrated by a man named Owen Shaw. Owen Shaw's on the property, but don't worry, security's all over it. He just wants us to hang out here just for a few minutes. Oh, wait a minute, where's that music coming from? This supposed to be hiding out, so I just blast the music. That's gonna bring them right over here. Ready, open the door. So then we just open the door. Hey, I found out where that music is coming from. And you know what? You don't need the glasses yet. Because it ain't nothing but a party, y'all. That's how we roll here in Hollywood. This is where the real 60th anniversary is going on. Oh, gee. This is your birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What? Wait a minute. Stop right there, young lady. What's your phone number? Oh, now the FBI is taking the food. Well, at least leave us some nachos. That ain't right.
This is what we doing. This is the race day after party.
Roman, give me some nachos.
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move.
Bill,
That's right, party's over.
do you know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not.
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. Got it. It's lightweight.
Bring us back some nachos.
First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Wait a minute, what is Roman doing?
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in another side.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate. Sure traced us. Ops can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle.
All right, we're moving.
It's about to get real interesting.
Yeah, thanks for the phone call, Roman. It was on vibrate.
Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman, I need you and Letty ready to move.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now's the time to put those glasses on. And you won't let me, no plastic on. You won't camera lights. Please keep your hands inside the train. Right here, personal belongings. You know what? I think we're on Shaw's in there. But they'll never find us because it's a big building. It's dark in here. He'll be driving around the city, bumping into his own man.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you won't get fired!
This is our turn. Okay, guys, it's showtime! Ready, hook him up! I got the bull by the horn! Now we're moving!
You give me the witness to make all these calls today! I've got company! The witness is mine, Letty!
How about you, eat asphalt?
Don't think you're getting away!
Way to go, buddy!
Drone climbing up the missile shot!
Not gonna happen! Don't worry, I got this!
Roman, don't shoot! Head on the bridge! Under construction! Everybody hold on!
Hit the nitrous! Ride or die!
Yes, buddy, that's how we roll. Didn't know the train could do that, did you? Well, thank you for celebrating 6 years of Old Famous Universal Studios tour with us. The 60th anniversary is special to us because Universal Studios Tour is where it all began for Universal's investigations and experiences. Those student level trams roaming around the studio block back in 1964, we developed into so much more, including 7 parks entertaining 40 million guests a year, and our upcoming Universal Epic Universe opening next year. Let's turn it over to Jimmy Fallon.
Over the past 6 decades, the studio tour has taken guests on an amazing behind-the-scenes look at a movie studio in a way that only we can. Hope you had a great time today. And on behalf of everyone at NBC Universal, thank you for joining us to celebrate our diamond anniversary. Here's to another 60 years.
Thank you, Jimmy. I'd like to thank our team members for continuing to make the world famous Universal Studios tour world famous. Thank you, annual pass holders. We'll see you again soon. If you're not an annual pass holder, take today's ticket to the Universal box office, turn it into an annual pass, come back and visit us again and again. Then download that Universal Studios Hollywood app. That'll give you show times and wait times, the attractions throughout the day, such as Waterworld and Icy Where Spectacular. We'll also give you instructions on how to visit Super Nintendo World. You have to see it like that too. And if you're interested in purchasing any of the movies or television shows that you saw this day, check out our website at uphe.com. We will know our retail stores in the park. The park closes at 6 p.m. Making way for our special event, the Halloween Horror Nights. a separate event, separate admission. Alright, we're heading back into the theme park. Remember your personal belongings as you exit the tram. Please take those 3D glasses with you. Pause over the little technicals that you see in the unloading area. If you have any questions for me, my name is Marcellus. I'll be in the unloading area incident for you. On behalf of myself, our driver Jim, and all of us here at the Universal Studios Hollywood, we hope you enjoyed your exclusive behind-the-scenes Hollywood experience. Once again, my name is Marcellus, our driver's name is Jim, and together we are Wild Stallion. Alright, we're back at the theme park. Remember your personal belongings, take those 3D glasses with you. Please wait for the train to come to a full and complete stop. Thank you. Thank you, Jim. Opening the gates for you go. Be free, my brothers and sisters. Behold the ready lounge. Please watch your step.
Well, you guys come on out, make sure to grab a pair of those 3D glasses. You're gonna come on out and have any open seat available. Cars 1 and 2 are the only 2 cars available at the moment. Once we get more friends, we'll open up cars 3 and 4. Thank you.
You only wear 2. Hello. Hey, get them glasses.
Good morning.
Go Dodgers.
Hey, go Dodgers. It'll be to your left or oh.
See, I'll take this one that has
Are you sure?
room.
Alright, I'll be right in front.
Come on up.
Welcome aboard the world-famous Universal Studios tour. As you board the tram, move all over to the far right, filling in all of the available seats. Young children whose feet do not touch the floor of the tram should be seated away from the outside gates. And be mindful of those gates. The gates will come down while they travel. Watch your arms, legs, and hands as those gates come down. Does everyone have 3D glasses? If you do not have the 3D glasses, if you do not have them, raise your hands, keep them up in the air. Our studio tour ambassador will see that. And then you pair of 3D glasses. They are for King Kong 360 3D and Fast and Furious Supercharged. That's part of the tour. Once we take off, you will not be able to get those glasses. So once again, make sure you have the 3D glasses. Looks like everybody has them. All right. Don't put them on yet. Don't melt your eyes. It's very painful and embarrassing. There is no 3D happening just yet. In fact, we're doing all the work for you. Sit back, relax, enjoy the tour, but it's time to put the glasses on and we're going to put them on you. I don't have to wear them 2 times, so just hang on to them for now. So you probably wonder why I gathered you here today. We're going to take the world-famous Universal Studios tour, and it is the first tram of the day, so this tour, well, you know, things happen in the first tram of the day, so just be prepared for that. Even I have no idea what's going to happen when you take the first tram of the day. Full of surprises, and that means we've got the whole lot to ourselves, the front lot, the back lot, the whole region. So have your cameras ready at all times, and we'll be giving you a tour on an electric tram. You're sitting on an electric vehicle, and it is part of Universal's commitment to sustainability. And I understand that, has anyone ever heard of regenerative brakes? No one? You guys in the back there? Oh yeah, okay, you've heard of them. Well, guess what? these trams have regenerative brakes. So that means that every time we go down the hill, we all get younger. So we got that going for us, which is so we're going to take you into our property. An actual working movie and television studio. We do have production going on. And you're probably wondering, well, I did a tour and there's production going on in the studio lot. Well, we work around production. We have 400 acres, so we're not all in the same place at the same time. We actually have over 400 acres, but I'm not going to say exactly how many because the number keeps changing. It just keeps changing. I'm not sure how that happens, but I'm going to say we have over 400 acres. And it's a lot to work with, and we have areas all over the property. And remember that at one time, our acreage is full of sets, just sets everywhere because so many shows were made on the lot at the same time. But now over the years we've kept things down a bit, how many like core sets, and we maintain and enhance them. And other studio lots have gotten rid of their properties, so they all come here. That's what makes us the biggest and the busiest. In fact, we're so busy that we've added 8 new sound studios. 8 new sound studios. We haven't had to build sound studios here for years. So now we have 36 sound studios for interior filming, and most of the time they are booked. So today, we've got shows in the lot such as Taps Season 4, starring Gene Smart and Hannah Einbinder. We have Lopez vs. Lopez, starring Jordan Lopez and Ryan Lopez. They're working on Season 3. We also just wrapped Season 3 of Bel Air, starring Jabari Banks and Ali Shelton. There is Season 2 of Ted filming on the lot today. That stars Steven Spielberg, Scott Burns, and Max Burkholder. And you won't be able to go into Courthouse Square. What Courthouse Square am I talking about? This Courthouse Square. Yeah, we can't go in there. You know why we can't go in there? Because Ted is filming in there. They're using the clock tower courthouse area. They turn the clock tower into the front of the high school where Johnny goes to high school. So that's showing on our back lot, and we can't get in there because they've set up the film over there. So you will not be seeing that today. But always have your camera ready. There's our whole book of seeing through. Also, Ted is in an area that we call Colonial Street. Colonial Street has featured dozens upon dozens of productions. There's a train station there. They call it Colonial Street, but it's affectionately known as the Steven Lane. Why? Because that's where you see some television series Best of Housewives filmed on our back lot. But guess what? Ted lives in that neighborhood now, and they're filming in there, so we can't get in there today. So you're not going to see that today as well. No Steven Lane, no Courthouse Square, because they're filming. That's what we do here. We're going to take you to a whole bunch of other places, having cameras ready at all times. And the gates are coming down. So we'll be taking off in a moment now. Our guest who's asking about interpretation. We have subtitles and clips, but other than that, there's nothing else to go through. Sorry about that. We're taking off now. Sing about everybody. Bye, everybody. Here we go. It's just 2 people. Bye. It's just us. We got to run the whole studio. Well, guess what? It is the 60th anniversary of the World Famous Universal Studios tour. And we've been celebrating all summer long, so we do have some nostalgia for you throughout the tour. Have your cameras ready for that. And my name is Marcellus. Driver's name is Jim. We'll be taking you behind the scenes of the biggest and busiest production studio in Hollywood. And before we get too far, I'd like to mention a few things for your safety and comfort. It is the safety rules. Pay attention as you quiz at the end of the tour. First off, if you need any personal assistance of any kind, have a medical emergency of any kind, and you drop someone on each side of the tram that's important to you, give it to them in the emergency board. Locate the belt, you have to send it to the tram will stop when it is safe to do so, and I will come back to assist you when it is safe to do so. Otherwise, please remain seated inside of the tram at all times, keeping your arms, legs, and hands inside of the tram at all times. Keep in mind the studio is private property, so if you should happen to drop anything or down like your cell phone or you need to use the restroom really badly, don't get out of the tram. It's trespassing. They'll get you. Just get a tell the emergency cord, sit back and relax. I will come back to assist you when it is safe to do so. Also, there is no smoking of any kind on the tour, and be prepared because throughout the tour, there are loud noises, sudden tram movements, fire effects, and water effects. So if you take photographs, you see water coming toward you, protect your cameras. They may get wet. And finally, for your safety, for the safety of those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while you're on the tour. For those are the rules, and here's what's in store for you. We leave the theme park behind and take you into the actual working unit television studio where some of Hollywood's biggest names come to work every day. And it is our 60th anniversary. Here is our master of ceremonies, Jimmy Fallon. Hey, Jimmy.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon. Welcome aboard the world famous studio tour. I know what you're thinking. Why the tux? Well, we're celebrating our 60th anniversary. That's right, 60 years of glitz, glamour, and our own great white star. As we celebrate our diamond anniversary today, we pay tribute to Universal's past and take you behind the scenes to discover why this studio tour is world famous. So whether this is your 60th, get ready for fun, excitement, and an experience like no other.
Fun, exciting experience like no other. Thank you, Jimmy. So here comes the history lesson. March 15th, 1915, our founder, Carl London, invited the public to watch the filming of silent movies. They walk around the sets and marvel at the technology going into making silent movies, but guess what? With the advent of sound and the need for quiet on the set, the walking tour ended. But in the 1960s, under the leadership of company chairman Lou Wasserman and executives Al Gorskin, the idea of bringing back the studio tour to return when the Green Line bus tours originating out in Hollywood may stop at our gates. So, July 15th, 1964, the red and white glamour trams took 67 passengers on the 2-hour driving tour of the studio, and the world-famous Universal Studios tour was born. We started with 2 guys, 2 drivers, and 1 ticket seller working out of a train around Lancashire Boulevard. From there, the studio tour expanded into one-of-a-kind Hollywood elements, like the rock slide and the burning house, which is located in that hill area that we just came down back in the 70s and 80s. We were on the front lot, and we're traveling between the studio property and the theme park. On your right is Super Nintendo World, home to Mario and Luigi, the stars of our biggest movie of 2023, Super Mario Brothers movie. And on your left, soundstage is chock full of production-making goodness, and right now we've got Max prepared to film in there, season 4. That streams on Max, stars Gene Smart and Hannah Einbinder. We just wrapped up season 3 in there for Bel Air, starring Jabari Banks and Wally Schultz. That streams on our streaming platform, Peacock. We have 2 shows that stream on our platform and film on this lot, so that's Ted. But you know what? Before streaming came along, Universal dominated the broadcast airways with 80% of the shows on the air. Check this out. Yeah, we decided to take it a step further by making movies for television. The Sunday Night Mystery Movie had characters such as Columbo, McCloud, McMillan, and White. They eventually spun off to their own series and filmed on our lot. Now we have new shows filmed on the lot, such as a show we just wrapped in Stage 19. Called The Man on the Inside, starring Ted Benson and Stephanie Beatrice. That'll be streaming on Netflix in November. We're also home to Lopez vs. Lopez, starring George Lopez and Ryan Lopez. NBC in the 3rd season now.
The studio tour has changed over the years. Each generation has its favorite moments and memories, whether it's the rock slide or the ice tunnel. Yeah, really? Who didn't love the ice tunnel?
Well, one thing that hasn't changed has been families sharing this one-of-a-kind behind-the-scenes adventure together.
How about picture cards? Oh, that's a great idea.
You might see some picture cards today. Coming up on your right is Stage 19, where we filmed scenes for our Oscar-winning motion picture, Oppenheimer, starring Academy Award winners Cillian Murphy and Robert Downey Jr. Coming up on your left is the 2nd biggest teddy bear I've ever seen. It's Ted. Ted is standing in front of his series of 10 bungalows that were once permanent dressing rooms for movie stars such as Doris Day, Rock Hudson, Jimmy Stewart, Paul Newman. Today they are production offices occupied by the likes of Mark Platt Productions, marching in the musical Wicked. They're bringing that to the big screen November 22nd. Wicked Part 1, starring Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Academy Award winner Michelle Yeoh, and Jeff Goldblum. Also coming up on your left is the classic bundle of 5195 with the Alfred Hitchcock logo out front. It was Alfred Hitchcock production office for the Alfred Hitchcock Presents television series.
Lou said he could move into that office. I said, no, I can never be in Hitchcock's office. That should be a shrine, a museum.
Very exciting. Just to know that he was there and walk by and know he was in that office. Hitchcock has influenced every director. I saw Hitchcock once walking around the commissary. Hitchcock had his bungalow on the lot. I used to go see Alfred Hitchcock.
I loved working with him. I highly respect him. He really understood fear and terror.
The birds? The birds? Oh, man.
Birds? Oh, man.
You see? Coming up on your left, that big great building with all those windows. Well, it houses Stage 25, home to Lopez versus Lopez, and Stage 26, which is home to our new workplace comedy, St. Denis Medical.
Hi, I'm Dean Allen Greer.
And I'm Wendy McClendon Covey. And I'm Allison Tolman.
We're on the set of our new hit sitcom, St. Denis Medical.
You know, they say laughter is the best medicine.
You know, I'd say penicillin was a close second.
Naproxen sodium isn't too bad either.
So you'll be catching St. Denis Medical premiering on NBC November 12th. Take a good look at that great building I just pointed out to you, because it's the last real building you're going to see. We're leaving the front lot where we do all our interior filming and taking you to the back lot where we do large-scale exterior filming. We're going to show you sets from some of your favorite movies and television shows. The sets that you see on our back lot may look like real buildings, but they are not. They're what we call facades, just the false fronts and sides of buildings. You only build what the camera needs to see. What looks like brick and concrete is actually foam, rubber, and fiberglass. And we're heading into the heart of our back lot, our Metropolitan sets. That's on your left. And everything around here serves a purpose. Everything around here is being used for filming. This wall to your left, that serves a dual purpose. On this side, it's corrugated metal. You make it look like we're in a warehouse district. On the opposite side is a mural of buildings. And it is used to make it appear that we have more buildings on the back lot than we really do. This area in particular. Now, if you take a look to your right, down the street, that is where Courthouse Square is located, where they're filming Ted. This area we call London Square. It is featured in our upcoming series that will be streaming on Netflix in November called A Man on the Inside, starring Ted Danson and Stephanie Beatrice. Now, the main area to your right is called New York Street. It's dressed that way more often than not. You'd be amazed how many productions are filming there over the years. Movies, television shows, music videos, commercials, live events such as Hairspray Live. You can even see our Metropolitan sets as part of the obstacle course for You're a Good Ninja Warrior. They make you say it like that too.
Nice place, sir.
Oh yes. A lot of musical artists are working on Metropolitan sets and include the Blues Brothers, Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, U2. We got K-pop bands making music videos in our Metropolitan sets too. We can take you to any place in the world on our back lot. We're on our way to Skull Island. Here's Academy Award-winning director Peter Jackson to guide us.
The Universal Tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife of Skull Island.
Oh, look at the wildlife at Skull Island. Wait a minute. Whoa!
In a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We are just taking the Kong and Skull Island and the dinosaurs that we established in our feature film. And this is, another day, another incident on Skull Island, using the creatures and the character and personality of Kong as he appeared in the movie.
There's a lot of roaring on Skull Island. You guys look a little nervous. Don't be, because we're not here at Skull Island anytime. We're going on night drives, full beer pong. All you gotta do is follow the rules and get through this safely. Please remain seated at all times. Please keep your arms, legs, and hands inside of the tram at all times, and hang on to your personal belongings like your cell phones, your magic wands, and your hula hoops. Peter Jackson will tell you when to put those glasses on. Oh, hey, how you doing back there? How you doing? Now, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare yourselves. It is a long and treacherous journey to Skull Island. We need a map, a compass, get weather conditions, and a boat. We don't have a boat. If we did have a boat, we'd need a bigger boat. Some of you may have noticed the locomotive on the bridge on your left as we came in. Well, that locomotive was part of an attraction that we've retired since. It was located in our western sets, known as the Runaway Train. And we'd be riding through the western sets. We'd come to a stop on a railroad track, and this locomotive would come barreling out of nowhere toward the tram. And it seemed like we got stuck on the tracks, and locomotive would get closer and closer, and then come to a screeching halt inches away from the tram. It was quite exhilarating, I must say. And the bridge, that's another retired attraction that we've had for a while. Collapsing bridge. The train would drive across that, pieces would fall off, and it looked as though the whole thing was going to collapse right underneath you. And there were a couple of surprises, because it would actually drop a couple of times, but that was all part of the show. And then it would reset itself as we came off of the bridge. It was known as the collapsing bridge. Now, how they got that locomotive on that bridge, I don't know. We'll be underway in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. This time, let's make a left instead of a right, Jim. We ended up in the Poconos every time. You know how we got there. Pretty crazy. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going to start. The island. Humans lived here for hundreds of years. This is true. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skull Island. The drama was projected on one of the largest digital 3D screens instead over 40 feet tall and 180 feet wide, using some of the most advanced technology in filmmaking today. The film was designed by Peter Jackson and his team at effects. It was several Academy Awards working on such films as King Kong, The Lord of the Rings, Avatar, Deadpool, Avatar, The Way of Water. They got the last 3D glasses. I didn't get into them again. One last look at our metropolitan sets. Nothing much. Very busy in here. So that's how we do it. We usually take you in there, but there's something filming there. We're going to take you around it. There's so many other places to go around here. And you know, we have a lot of Easter eggs on our back lot. You probably know about them if you worked here, but hey, you guys are taking a tour. I can tell you about it. At the end of the street on your right is a mural that is a tribute to our classic horror films, such as Dracula, Frankenstein, The Wolfman, The Mummy, painted by world-renowned street artist Tristan Eaton. It's coming up on your right.
An instrumental part of the process of designing these murals was getting to go to the Universal Archive. Going there, I got to see in person props from the movies, photos from behind the scenes, original illustrations from those movie posters, all this stuff. I had an early affection for movie monsters. I was always fascinated by the magic behind making movies. But I fell in love with zombie movies and monster movies as a young kid.
Here comes on your right. It is huge and it glows in the dark. Universal has quite the legacy of horror. Dracula invented the horror genre with classics such as these that you see depicted here. Started back in 1931 with Bela Lugosi in Dracula, and it continues with our Dark Universe opening at Universal's Epic Universe in Orlando, Florida next year. Coming up on your left is sound stages that are bumping and thumping on Mondays and Tuesdays, because that's where we take the voice.
Hey, Studio Tour.
Yeah.
It's your boy Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Universal Backlot is home of The Voice?
Yeah.
That's right. We tape right here on Stage 31. Don't miss our incredible new season every Monday and Tuesday on NBC. See ya. Now that you've heard the rest, you can hear the best. We can be with the S and have this on your chest.
Yeah, it's The Voice, Monday and Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
Snoop Dogg is everywhere. You may have noticed that Reba McEntire is also a coach of The Voice. Well, guess what? Right next door to Stage 32, she made her show Happy's Place. And getting back to our horror legacy, we're heading into the cradle of our backlot. I call it that. It's where our horror movies were born. It's known officially as Little Europe. Not a very big place, but we can make it look like any part of Europe we want by changing the language on the signs. Little Europe was built in the late 1920s for a motion picture entitled All Quiet on the Western Front, which won Universal its first Best Picture Academy Award in 1930. And since then, we decided to make a whole bunch of horror movies, and those horror movies had two things in common. They had the monster and they had the angry villager. At some point in the movie, the villagers would get angry. He's one of those angry villager scenes filmed here from Bride of Frankenstein, starring Boris Karloff as the monster and Elsa Winchester as the bride.
The monster, he's in the woods. Get out the back. Bring on when you can, lock him indoors and wait for me.
Yes, they got their torches, and their bloodhounds, and their hula hoops, and their iPads, and went after the hapless monster. Whenever the topic of the monster in these films, things went horribly awry. That's right, Jim, horribly awry. Look at them running. Some of them texting their friends as they run. Yeah, why don't you shoot it? That's why you get the monster smack down, baby. Universal continues its horror legacy with releases such as the Halloween franchise, starring Academy Award winner Jamie Lee Curtis. You may have heard of Amazing with Allison Williams and Claire Allen. Five Nights at Freddy's. More recently, Abigail, which has something to do with vampires. You know what, we're not going to the vampire thing because the Center 2020 will be releasing Bruce Scarlett, starring Bill Skarsgård, Willem Dafoe, and Billy Rose Depp. They're going to take you to the actual sound stage. We're very excited about this sound stage because it's unique. It is the only split level sound stage like it in Hollywood. Up above, we recreated an urban street scene with trucks and cars. Down below where we are, I know you can tell it's expensive. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated at all times. Please keep your arms like your hands inside of the tram at all times. Hang on to your personal belongings. You can only stay here for a few moments. We have an arrangement with the production company because of our 60th anniversary. What was that? All the time in Southern California, nothing to worry about. Well, there's that. Safe to do so. Hey, coming up on your right is the Jaws ride, and we won't be able to experience the Jaws ride today. Why? It's not because of those rumors you've heard about, like we're drilling for oil or they turned it into a big swimming pool for the employees that go swimming on their breaks. Nothing like that. We just have to clean it. It takes a while to do that, and we're almost done. You got to drain that water first. You gotta clean everything, then you gotta put the water back in and make sure everything's working properly with the water in there. So they're almost done. You can see Bruce the shark down there. And by the way, Jaws was not filmed here. It was filmed on location 50 years ago in Martha's Vineyard, and next year is the 50th anniversary of the release of the movie Jaws. You have seen this as numerous locations, including the County Cult and Murder She Wrote sign, Angela Mansbury. Whee! Look out for the shark! You can catch all 12 seasons of Murder She Wrote streaming on Peacock. That's a good one, David, taking a tour Mustang. And we're heading into back up to the classic attraction. Here to check out that classic attraction is the leadership co-host and weather anchor, Al Roker.
Time for my favorite part of the tour, weather. When it comes to film and TV, it is truly a special effect. In fact, to demonstrate how weather effects are created, we debuted our first major attraction here on the studio tour way back in 1968.
Wow, things were pretty wet back in 1968. And look at this, we're here just in time for a demonstration. Feel free to take pictures, tell all your friends. Look at that, we got ourselves a little precipitation, or rain, that is created by an elaborate sprinkler system overhead. Pointed up where the water shoots up and out, looks like naturally falling rain to the camera. As you can see, it's only raining on half of the tram up here. That's what Al Roker would call a 50-50 chance of rain. Hey, that deep rumbling can't be good for you. That means there's a flash flood in the area, but you do not have to worry about that unless you're sitting in a blue seat and your name is Mike. Oh, I'd take cover back there in the second or third car if I were you, because that water's coming for you. Coming to get you. Fooled you with that. We dumped thousands of gallons of recycled water from the tanks at the top of the hill. A lot of countries that hill gets pumped right back into the tanks at the top of the hill. So you can get somebody else with it. I mean, sometimes they did that with big fat wire. Hercules, Amanda Barnes, Paul Giamatti. Get him, Pablo, get him. Oh! Imagine a bunch of people in tuxedos and formal wear doing that. Well, it's kind of what it looked like back in 1915 with Carl Lumley having his opening day ceremony in the studio. He invited politicians and movie stars. It was a gala event. And we had some surprises for them. There was a special effects team that built a breakaway dam. So breakaway on cue, water coming out, it was really cool, worked very good. Except there's too much water and it soaked everybody. Well, here we are in the oldest part of the lot, the Old West. And this is where it all began when Carl Lumley invited the public in to watch the filming of silent movies. They could, look at the sets and explore the equipment and things like that, have a box lunch, watch the filming of a silent movie, all for 25 cents. Now, we still use these sets. They feature quite a bit in Sony Pictures production of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Margot Robbie, directed by Quentin Tarantino. Coming up on your left is the Hollywood Ocean again, and the Hollywood Ocean was a location where we once had an attraction called The Plotting the Red Sea, inspired by Paramount's production of The Ten Commandments, starring Charlton Heston. And you know what? Opening day, Charlton Heston showed up to plot the Red Sea for our guest. I have proof. Pharaoh, let my people go, you dirty ape. What's wrong, movie? It was also the entire Pacific Ocean for our television series McHale's Navy, starring Ernest Borgnine, Tim Conway, and Joe Flynn, and featured in a Universal comedy based on the hit television series Get Smart called The Nude Bomb, starring Don Adams and Sylvia Crystal.
This tram is overloaded. Tell them they can walk on water. It's part of the tour.
I guess they don't do that anymore. Well, coming up on your right is the Jaws ride again. Here to tell you about the Jaws ride is Academy Award-winning director Steven Spielberg.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the tram. Oh, Mom!
Coming up on your right, stay behind and watch my stuff.
I don't like